Hello, YouTube Nation. Thule here with Thule's Woodshed. Just about a year ago, I did a review on this new log splitter I had, the Ram splitter, Ram splitter made in Rockford, Illinois. 30 rated at a 34 ton rating, and it has a electric start motor, which I really appreciate, quite frankly. Has a log lift, it has a hydraulic 4-way wedge, and then it has auto cycle down and back. And about a month and a half into this, after I got it last year, and I think that was in February, maybe March, I did a review on it because I know there was a lot of problems and a lot of issues that people had with this. And I went through the issues at that time, and I also went through the reason and the rationale that I used, the logic I should say, to decide that this is the one that I wanted. And at the time, I probably ran a couple cords through it before I did the review. It was really too new to really see how it was. So I just thought I would get back on here with a short video and let you know I had had no other issues with it other than a couple minor things, like you can see I got a box under there with some rags in it. Anytime I transport this thing and roll her down the road, and I've done some off-site splitting for some friends, maybe 4 or 5 cords I ran through it off-site, and I did have it, last week out doing some splitting, and when I did, I don't know, that either I got the thing too full or fluid bounces up and hits that cap, and there's vent holes in that, which there should be, and that fluid probably is warm after I get done with it. And I run it home, it's only about 5 miles, but it's bouncing down the highway, so I get some hydraulic oil that leaks out of it. I wipe it down, but sure enough, there's always going to be some residual. So I go ahead and just throw a box full of rags in there, and I catch all the fluid for the next week or so, and then I'll take the box and put it out in the shed. But I gotta say, I probably ran, I'm slowing down a little bit. I probably split 25 full cord, maybe 26 full cord so far, late last year, and then November, December, a little bit into January this year. And I'm pretty much done for the year. I got what I need for next year for the people that I supply wood to, which most of them are non-paying customers, and some older people, older than me, if you can believe that I just give them some wood, and they have supplemental heat in their house, and they really appreciate it. I did, on the previous video, I talked about reworking some of these, and I did. I moved them just a little bit around. I still am not happy with the configuration of the hydraulic lines. There's still some touch points here that I've not taken care of. I still haven't put a 45 into this knuckle here. I really want to do that to get this thing as a straight shot. But I've been busy, so between golf in the summer and the splitting I've done, I just haven't got around to it. Now winter's here, I'm probably done cutting and done splitting for the year. I'll probably take a look at that now and make most of these other changes. I already made a few of them. Other than that, I am extremely happy with this machine. It's got a 15 or 16 horsepower Duramax. It doesn't have the Honda, but it does have a keyed start. I was a little leery about having the knockoff brand like that when I got the machine, but what I've found is the more that I've ran this, and the more that I've started this and used it for 2 or 3 hours at a time, the motor is really broken well. It's really doing a nice job. I hit that key, I turn the gas on, I turn the choke on, hit that key, it turns over a few times, it kicks on, I turn the choke down, I let it warm up, and then I, give it some, I take the accelerator lever, and I pull it up and give it some gas, so it's at operating RPMs, and I split my wood. One thing that I found with this, and I don't know if it's a safety feature or if it's an anomaly, or if it was just an odd occurrence, but 3 times I did not turn that gas off. And when I went to start this thing, it was just like it was locked up. I finally got it going, and then if I shut the gas off, I never have a problem with it. But I forgot 3 times, and 3 times I had a hard time getting the thing running again. Actually, I took the air filter off one time and shot a little ether through there, down there, dried it out well enough, it popped right over, and then it was fine. Other than that, I talked about in my previous video, and you can see that, I talked about the fabrication and modifications I had to do to the trailer, the tongue here, both trying to get it so that it would slide in and out better, and I had to reinforce it, and that's in my previous video. The other thing is the swing jack I put on here. This is a lifesaver. And I don't know if I explained it that well last time. Let me just move this camera around just a little bit. But on this, in the past, when I welded this on here, or had it welded on, and then I attached this on there. And the reason I have that is this is really heavy. I can pick it up, but it's heavy. And if I want to transport it, run it down the road, I'd have to back my truck up here, grab this, put it up, put a block on the bumper of the truck, set the tongue on top of that in order to get this leg out of there. It's got a pin, but you can see how long it is here. So it has to go up 4.5 inches so you can get that out from underneath it, because you can't drive down the road with that. Then once you get that out of there, you take it and you pick it up again and you put it down on your trailer hitch from your truck. And then the reverse of that is even worse. You get to the woods or get to wherever you're splitting. Around here I don't worry about it. I have a tractor. I come back with my 3-point. I got a hitch in the back of that. I pick it up. I leave it stand there because that'll raise it up 6-7 inches. I'm not worried about it. But going down the road, you can't have that on. So you back up to a spot wherever you want it. You have to undo it from your hitch. Again, put a block up on the bumper. Pick this up. Move it over to it. Then knock that, then put the leg in, put the pin in, and bring it back, pull it off your hitch and set it down. So this here really saves all that time. I actually have this lower right now than normal. I have a block of wood right there that I made. It's closer to the height of my truck, but I simply, and this can go like this for transportation, or you can take it right off. But what I do when I get to the woods is I stick that back in there, and I just simply raise the machine up by lowering this lid. Okay, then it comes up off the trailer hitch. I pull my truck out of the way, and I crank it up high enough to get the leg on, put the leg on the thing, and then set it down on the lid, get my truck out of the way, and then I take this completely off and put my outfeed table on there, and that fits right in the same slot. So this has been so useful to me. It saved my back. More than that, it's just such a pain in the neck trying to line everything up with that leg. So small thing, but we engineered something that will fix it, so I don't have that problem. And again, like I say, the machine is broken in now. I got 25, somewhere between 25 and 30 full cords run through it. It's operating unbelievable. And it was a very good purchase for me. I know that they're probably in the between $5,500 and $6,000. I bought this last year before they had one of their price increases. I got in the low fives, and we're only about 40 miles from the factory in Rockford. We're up in Wisconsin, just over the state line. So it was no problem running down there. I trailered it home, actually. I put it in a tilt bed trailer that I had. I didn't want to run it 40 miles on that straight axle like that. I just thought, you know what, I'll trailer it home. When I get home, then I'll decide if I'm going to move it around off-site. I never go more than 5, 7, 8, 10 miles at the most, so I'm not worried about that. But it's been a good investment. It's done exactly what I wanted it to do. Yes, I had some leaks. I had some hoses when I first got it. I had to tighten them all up. Again, I think I said in my other video about 30% of them were loose enough where they would have a problem. I also had a problem with the pump. I called the factory. They said bring the machine down. I took it down, or they'll ship me a pump, and changing the pump on this is nothing at all. But I was heading down that way anyway, so I took it down there. They put a new pump on it. There was something in that pump that was leaking, seal or something. No problem. They took care of it right away. You're going to have little things like that. You're not paying $12,000, $15,000. So if you got any mechanical ability at all, and you don't mind, going through it when you get it, and maybe the new ones they're coming out with now, they don't have those problems. Maybe they've addressed this situation like I have, because they know about mine. Maybe those problems are all taken care of. I have no idea. I haven't kept up on the chat rooms on Facebook, on the Ram Splitter page. I have not kept up with that. I got what I needed, and I'll just mention this briefly. 2 things for me that I wanted this time, because I had a box store splitter. Well, it wasn't a box store, it was a Brave, and I had that for over 20 years. It was a great little machine, but it's slow. If you're going to do some production, I think I cut my time in half with this. And the 2 biggest things that I wanted when I bought it, first was AutoCycle, down and back. And then secondly is I wanted a 4-way wedge that was hydraulically lowered and raised. I did not want to have to, okay, I want to split 4 ways, pull a pin, pick it up, or put a 4-way in there and take the 2-way out. I didn't want to mess with that, because when you're splitting and you get in a rhythm, all you want to do is put logs on that log lift and have them sitting there. Once in a while, I get some help. That's the other thing about this machine. To really use it to its fullest potential, you need 2 people. Now, I always split by myself. Very seldom do I have help. But if you got 2 people, just somebody grabbing the logs and either stacking them or throwing them in a pile and keeping this log lift full of logs, you just sit there and split, and you can go through a lot of wood in a short order. Again, that's it for today. I just wanted to give you an update. It's been almost a year since I bought it. I'm very happy with it. It is exactly what the doctor ordered for Thule and Thule's Woodshed. So with that, I'm going to let you go. If you have any questions, or you want to ask questions about the machine or my experience with it, leave me a comment in the comment section below. I'll be happy to discuss it with you, and we'll go from there. So, Thule from Thule's Woodshed, toodaloo.